So we've had this pond in here for a while, and we've had problems with it because it's so hot in Texas during the summer. And the water heats up, doesn't matter. A friend of mine just told me his pool, not now, but in the recent past was up to 95 degrees. And so fish can't really deal with that. And so what we did initially, what I did is I put it into the ground. So there's a video on that, you can see that. But basically what I did is I sunk it into the ground to kind of, provide some insulation, right? And that's gonna help quite a bit. It's still a little hot and it's not terribly clean. So what we're gonna do is add a waterfall. My son and I went to Home Depot. Well, I went to Home Depot because I used to take him when he was a kid and he won't go anymore. But he helped me unload this stuff. My basic idea was to kind of build it up a little bit. So I'm going to build that up. You can see my little Laguna filter is throwing out some water. So I was going to build it up with these guys and then just kind of go up right there and then keep going and then have a cascading waterfall. And is going to have these guys as flat surfaces where the water could hit, kind of pool and provide water for insects, bees, wasps, whatever, and then go in. I got these guys, I got those guys there, and I got these guys, which are, kind of my idea was that we would do pipes into these, lean them sideways, and pour that water out onto those flat surfaces. So, all right, so I got 15 of these bricks and I have even some more. But as I do the math, I can't really get out of the water here. This is about 3 feet deep, and I can't get out of the water enough to create what I want to create. So then I realized, because I'm a big dummy, that I had these bricks I had from a different project. I need to run a pretty good sized pipe and it'll fit perfectly in there. This is the time I have to do some kind of work on this and planning. So I just want to start figuring out where things might go. Okay, we got 4 more left there. I just want to start kind of figuring out the platform. And then when my big old son gets out here, we can do a little bit more. That water's nice and cold now. Probably going to fall on my butt. So I want to lay these sideways so that the fish can use them as caves. And one question I have, if anyone knows will this raise the pH of the water significantly? I mean, some of the other bricks that I'm going to use are relatively old, but these are, I just bought these. I mean, obviously they're concrete blocks, so they may raise the pH a little bit. So that gives us the basis of I mean, it's roughly in the middle. I mean, it's a little off, but that'll provide character. I mean, honestly, I have no plan for this. I should, but I honestly have no time, which always means that I spend more time later. But, you know, I've had a couple of ponds and waterfalls in my days, so I have some idea of what I want to do. I just don't know exactly what I want to do here, because this is kind of it's a little bit of a different deal. Okay. All right, so that gets us not quite to the top. So if we do another set, and then I'm going to lay the big pieces on there. So that's a foundation. And I'm going to say, just eyeball wise, pretty close. Like the top of the pond and top of here, pretty close. All right, so and lots of places for the fish to come through and hide and do their thing. Yeah, this is where I need my son. I'm gonna get him out here for the big stuff, but those 20-year-olds, they're pretty busy. They got a lot of stuff they're doing. And so my timeline is not his timeline. He has stuff that he has to do, and I gotta figure it out. So, because the weather's starting to change, I could actually fill this big guy back up. So I'm going to put the other two on there, and then I'm going to fill this back up because I can be in here. It's not that cold yet. It's a little, I mean, which is great, right? Even though it's pretty warm in the world right now, this water's chilly. So let me get those last two. I'm going to try and run this Laguna thing there, and I'm going to try not to kill myself on the slimy bottom. The cool thing is I'm already seeing, even though I'm in there, there's a whole bunch of wildlife that's getting in there. I really need to go barefoot a little more often because, all right, let's see where we are. I'm an old man. Let's see where we got to. Okay. Well, yeah, I think we're going in the right direction. So I don't know how long ago this the camera shut off, but just in case there was a total loss on that video. So what we did is we used all those bricks down there. So that's 14 bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bricks to kind of create a platform, and we left some space for fish to kind of swim through and do their thing. They can hide in there. There's kind of a big empty space in the middle. And then we use the big ones to go on top as kind of a platform. So the big ones are just above the level of the trough. And so we hooked the here, let me grab this. Oh, that's why, because I'm out of batteries. We're pretty close to being out. So we hooked the Laguna filter back up, and now we have kind of a spot where we can put together the actual waterfall. So it'll be this platform right here is just out of the water, and then we can use those and the pots over there, all that kind of stuff, and whatever else we need or can find, we can use those to put together the waterfall. So I'm gonna fill this back up all the way. I don't know if it got in there, but we have chloramines here in Texas, so I've got to use some CChem dechlorinator. It's like a powder, so you get a big bag of that and it lasts you forever. So I'm going to use that because I don't have any rainwater because it hasn't rained, so unfortunately. So yeah, we're going to get this filled up, and then I'll grab my son and we can kind of finish building the waterfall itself. So total experiment. I have no idea exactly what I'm doing. I have some idea of how to do this, but I did not prepare this ahead of time. So you're seeing it real time. Good or bad, pretty or ugly. So we'll be back in a little bit.